people like in Ohio and Michigan and all those other little states that don't get enough people to buy. They need to have them winning to kind of motivate them to keep buying stuff. Oh, Jesus. You're a mess right now. So, hey, that's just my opinion. I don't know.
One of the reasons I think, like New York, you ever hear somebody in New York only, but like in Albany area, winning like 200 million or 400 million, or not? They're up.
No,
like,
I don't, because I wish I did.
No. Those are like the people in Albany. I think it's just because of the tax New York has, and especially in Westchester County, you would never see anybody winning more than like just a couple $1,000s.
You know, I swear to God, I think sometimes you may nah. Because every time I see you, you got a different hairstyle.
I know.
What's awesome. You got like the comb back to the left, to the right this time.
Dude, I'm letting my hair grow until November. I didn't have a haircut for
November, January, February, March, April, May. I see your hairstyle, but damn, it never stays.
Never stays, bro.
So, you're nuts. So, there's a lot of stuff going on every time.
Yeah, man. All week
goes by. You know,
something new comes on.
You got some anal bleaching story you got going on over there. What's going on?
Anal bleaching story.
So,
the Pope.
The Pope was in town.
Yeah.
He was in town. He was popping bottles in the club.
You think he was popping bottles? Like if 50 Cent went to see him?
Nah.
Get a little, if 15 or whatever that vodka's called?
Yeah, I feel bad for him, actually. To be honest, I feel bad for the Pope Francis. Guy's falling asleep, man. Guy can't even, he's like shaking hands with people. He doesn't know who the fuck they are. He's like, hey, I'm the governor of New York. Hey, Jesus. I'm the governor of New York City. I'm the mayor of New York City.
Yeah.
But it's like, who the hell, poor guy's like,
I don't know. Put some music on, man. Turn on the music.
No, press play. Okay.
Sorry.
So I feel bad for the Pope because it's like, I feel like he's being used. He's just like this image, this guy that everyone sees as peace, a symbol of peace, and the poor guy is just being told what to do. Go here, do this, shake this guy's hand, this is that, sing this, do that, read this.
I'd say, what, man, but that's what he got into.
He did, but I feel bad for the guy. The guy's like almost 80 years old, and he's just tired, and I feel bad for him.
I don't. I think the guy's doing actually an awesome job. Did you hear his speech on what's it called?
Well, I'm just saying is that the guy's falling asleep. He's been seen falling asleep. The guy can't walk.
The guy's like 78 years old.
Last night he was doing a mass at 10 o'clock at night in Philadelphia. I mean, the guy's just sitting around falling. I mean, come on, man. The guy's 80 years old, bro. I feel bad for him.
So you feel bad for him because he's 80 years old?
I feel bad for him because he's old and he's kind of like, he's not doing what he wants to do. It's just this thing the Vatican wants him to do. And he's forced to go to all these things. I know a lot of people want to see him and they believe in all that stuff. And I think he's a great image of peace and that we need in this world. I'm just saying, as a person, as a human being, he is a human being. I feel bad that he has to go through all this stuff. And I'm sure all he wants to do is just go where he goes to sleep and just relax.
So let me read you, a little bit of one of his speeches. He said in the UN.
Don't start crying, right? You're not going to cry.
It's not necessary to believe in God to be a good person. In a way, the traditional notion of God, it's outdated. One can be spiritual but not religious. It is not necessary to go to church and give money. For many, nature can beat church. Some of the best people in history did not believe in God, while some of the worst deeds were done in his name. That to me, man, I mean, like, this dude is, that to me, I'm like, yo, man, I can't, he's like down to earth. He just makes it seem like such a down to earth kind of guy.
Well, I'm not saying it's he's bad. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, these speeches are good. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying I feel bad for him as a person that he has to go through all that, and he's just tired. I think he probably, they need to cut it down a little bit. I mean, I know he's in America and all this and that, but they gotta think about him too. Like, it's not just about him trying to make the world realize we need peace and to change, but he's a human being still. We need to kind of think about him too, and kind of like slow his roll a little bit. And just not stress him out too much. We don't want this guy to die tomorrow. Come on.
I guess.
But I don't know. But
78. Well, man. But the guy. All right. So then the guy traveled through state to state or whatever. Car, pretty much. I remember back in the day, man. Like when
he went to Washington.
He went to Washington
and Philadelphia,
and Philly. Yeah. But I remember like a long time ago, like in the early 80s, that what's it called? They would travel by helicopter. It would never be like by road or anything like that. But this guy would travel through road and stop in certain places so he could give his his blessings and stuff. Yo, man.
Well, he flew to New York.
But yeah, but I mean, like I'm gonna assume between a certain state that was like maybe an hour away or whatever it was, or if he was going to another place or whatever, he would stop and like give blessings to people.
Well, I like his whole Fiat thing. You see when he was driving they had him driving around in the Fiat. But he had he had more security than the president. I've never seen. I mean, I've been in New York and seen the president arrive at the heliport in New York City, and they had the MV-22s or whatever, the Osprey helicopters, planes. Yeah, they had like 3 of these things. They had like 3 presidential helicopters. I mean, they had him protected like he was a god. I mean, it was unbelievable the amount of security they were using.
Absolutely
unbelievable.
It's yeah, man. I was gonna say, more security than the president alone.
Have you looked at the history of all the popes, like from day one, like how many there've been? It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
I mean, they've got an extensive record. It's just amazing.
Yeah, it's beyond amazing, bro. I did. He's actually one of the youngest out of every single one of them.
Well, I don't know, but all I know is that there's a lot. There's a lot. He's like the 800 and something.
Yeah, that I know. That's crazy. Something like that. Yeah. What else is going on? So, Halloween is coming, bro. I just want to know if everybody gets crazy on Halloween. How crazy is it that only stores to sell costumes will be open for a month and make a revenue of like more than $100,000 of dollars?
Yeah, I'm really confused because I went to the mall the other day. I went to Macy's.
Shit, that shit already passed, son.
Going through the escalator, you got different levels. I looked down when I was on the escalator going down. I could see the lowest level. They already had Christmas stuff going. Like, we're not even in October yet.
Like November, yeah. Usually you would see that in
at least at the end of October or something. Damn. Christmas? Shit, at least put Halloween shit.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving shit. I don't know. Damn, the fucking Christmas?
I don't know.
Slow the fuck down.
It's insane.
Got me already thinking about presents for Christmas.
You haven't done your Christmas.
I'm still recovering from last year. Jesus. Fuck. Gotta take a loan out to buy presents. Fuck that.
Or you sell blood.
Sell my sperm.
But man. So
yes, your sperm is worth 2 cents an ounce. So it's 2 cents an ounce.
An ounce, yeah.
A gram.
So yeah, dude. So now is Halloween, man. What are you gonna do? You guys, you thinking of dressing up? Or
I don't know. I think I'm thinking of dressing like some kind of masquerade ball costume, like those 18th century type deal.
Are you really? Because last year you were like a military man.
Oh, we gotta change it up. You can't be the same thing every year, I
know.
So I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
I
don't know. Yeah, listen. There's people that really are into this stuff, and that stuff can go into the thousands of dollars. The costumes, they're serious. People are really serious into it.
Good.
I mean, you can get capes that are like $300 just a cape.
Yeah. Or a mask that's like $100. When it's
more than that. It's like yeah, but they're like real masks. They're like porcelain masks, like crazy with like gold, like ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
Diamonds and shit and whatnot. Fuck that.
So how I always have like a big event at my house with Halloween. We dress the house up. We do a bunch of stuff. So I asked my buddy who does it every year at my house. I'm like, yo, dude, are you gonna do it this year? What are we thinking of like doing? And he's like, yo, dude, I'm thinking of having a party to set up the night before mission night, because it's a Friday, and then Saturday we'll go out there. I'm like, are you really doing this? He's like, yeah, I want to have a party set up and then be out there. And I'm like, dude,
What, a party out in front?
party. So basically what he wants to do is a set up party. Like, I have a party just to set this up. So
a pregame before the setup.
Well, like a lot of people do this. Believe it or not, a lot of people do this like during the holidays to do like a Christmas party for like their companies or anything like that.
Yeah, of course, I know that.
But they have a party before that to set up like the whole entire.
Yeah, but I know the people.
Place.
I mean, if anyone's like we are. Yeah. If there's a pregame before the,
I'm there.
Nothing's gonna happen. You're gonna see Halloween stuff that's supposed to be on your lawn on somebody else's lawn. It's gonna be all over the place.
Well, we usually take the other lawns. We usually take 2 lawns on, but
you just take people's furniture and that.
But it's funny, man, because he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna have a party and I'm gonna invite all these people." And we're going to set up, but it's only a party that's setting up. And I'm like, wait, so you're going to invite people to set up your own event? And he's like, yeah. He's like, well, it's a party. I was like, all right, you're going to have like any beer? Are you going to have like any food or, things like that? He goes, nah, man. He was like, yo, I'm just going to have them over because they want to hang out. And we're going to set up. I'm like, dude, if I came over, there was no beer. There was nothing to eat. It was a party going on. Like, you exploited to me like it was like a party to come and set up. And then you telling me, yo, get on that ladder and can you put this up there? I'm going to be like, well, go fuck yourself because I'm going to be here the next day. And he's like, what? What do you mean, Dre? You can't have a party without like drinking, man? It's like everybody wants to hang out with me. I'm like, dude, you're not that cool, bro.
There's some people that, it doesn't matter. Well, anyway, if it works out, it works out. I mean, whatever. I mean, you bring your own beer, if anything.
Listen, man. So he's planning to have that in my house, which is fine and dandy. Bring it on. Bring it on.
Well, so what are you going to be? A minion?
No. So for work, we're thinking of being like safari guys. And then we have a black dude who's a really good friend of mine. He's going to be the native, but he's going to be our, our tour guide. So we're going to be like safari and stuff like that. Like a safari, like tourist, I guess, if you want to call it. For straight out Halloween after work, I don't know. I got to go buy a costume, though. I definitely will. I have like 5 of them.
You don't want to dress up the like He-Man or anything this year?
I was thinking of He-Man just with a Speedo.
Oh, God. You should dress up as He-Man. I'll be the sword.
Nah, it's all good. I'm okay with that, bro.
So, again, thank you for joining the Poison Planet Show. We're on Twitter, iTunes, to YouTube, and also on Stitcher.com. That's actually new. We just got accepted on Stitcher. So we're making moves. We're on the internet, so just type us on Google and search for us. Look for us under vaginal discharge, and you'll find us there.
Vaginal discharge. Premature ejaculation.
Yeah, premature ejaculation. We're located in Port Chester, New York, representing New York.
Yo, Westchester.
Westchester 914.
Yo.
914, baby. Damn.
So remember we had our buddy Louis Lundell on the show about 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to that dude. That dude ended up winning his team that he's so clean, whatever, ended up winning this ginormous trophy. So I was like, yo, good job, man. He's like, yo, shout me out. I was like, all right.
No doubt. Shout outs to him. Congratulations. So we may be alive. We may be in a moment of what everyone's been wanting to find out, is there life outside this planet? Now, tomorrow, NASA is scheduled to announce a major discovery from Mars that they have found. I don't know what it is, but people are speculating on what it might be. Hopefully, who knows? Life, maybe? Some kind of microorganism they found? Who knows?
Yeah.
Water?
Yeah.
I don't know, but there's a lot of people saying that they may have found some kind of ancient structure that shows there was some kind of ancient advanced civilization living there. I don't know. But tomorrow we're going to find out, and it'll be pretty interesting. I think it's around 11 or 11:30. So I think if you go on Ustream.com, you might be able to get NASA Live on there. But either way, if it's something significant, I'm sure it's going to be all over the fucking news. And sure enough, you'll see it on PoisonPlanetShow.com, because that's what it's all about. If you guys have any comments or speculations of what it might be, hit us up on Twitter. Let us know what you think it might be. We'll shout you out, of course. Twitter, find us on Twitter, Poison Planet, or the links NY at Twitter, or chat with us, because we're live right now at mixlr.com. Hit us up. Any questions, any music requests, you want to confess your wrongdoings on what you did to your husband or to your girlfriend or whatever.
Why do you hear some confessions? Like, let's do this, like, do your backseat convention.
Yeah, like if you've been double dipping on some girls and coming back home without washing your dick, and then let us know. Again, we really want to thank you for joining the show. The show's over. Have a good night. Just kidding.
So now, explain to me this Stitcher thing. Do it to me again. So we're basically like on a platform that anybody else is going to be able to. It's like the Google of podcasts.
So Stitcher is a platform that is used for people who have radio shows, podcasts. It's a platform where people go to search, and to be on there is I think monumental for us.
Yeah.
We're on there. We've been accepting, so we're on there. So it's just a matter of getting the application, downloading the application on your phone, and searching for the Poison Planet Show and giving us some ratings. Don't give us 1 star, because we're obviously worth more than 1. And everything is based pretty much on that. So any other applications that are looking for radio shows or podcasts, they use Stitcher, iTunes, YouTube to search for all these things, and then put it on their own application. So go ahead and find us on Stitcher or iTunes, Apple if you have an iPhone.
We're on there. Y'all give us a call on Skype, man.
Yes.
We're on.
Skype us because that's important too. We want to put you live on the air. If you have any problems, go ahead. Hit us up.
So let's start with confessions, bro. Let's start with the confessions. I want to have if anybody calls or anything like that and confess.
What's the worst thing you've done? Have you?
Listen, don't put me on the map, bro.
I'm saying in the past. Have you ever done anything?
I think what we need to do is have the confession of the week, and if it's a girl being a slut, the slut of the week.
It's funny. I saw something. What was it the other day? It was like, the moment a girl acts like what a guy acts like, she's a slut. It's like, no, fuck that. You know what? I'm going to say something here. The worst thing about, some of these girls that are sluts is that because the majority of women are not considered to be like guys, they could hide under that illusion and be sluts all day long, 24/7. But because they hide under the illusion of being innocent and not like guys, they have the excuse to say, we're not like you, and they're always innocent. But the reality is, they could be worse than guys. I'm sure there's plenty of girls out there that are like that.
I'm sure, man.
I'm sure. There are plenty of girls like that.
Do you consider porno stars sluts? Or what about prostitutes?
No, I think that's just a career thing. I think, listen, if you're dedicated with your guy, or you just don't care, and you're just kind of going from one guy to another guy, I think that's just whatever. I don't know. I don't know what a slut is, to be honest. I'm very ignorant. I don't know what a slut is.
You guys are very ignorant.
I don't know what a slut is.
Exactly what a slut is.
I don't know. Please explain to me what a slut is, because I have no idea what a slut is.
I think it's somebody being misunderstood.
Oh, great.
Put it simple.
I'm misunderstood. I'm having sex with all these guys. I'm just really misunderstood. They're just friends.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to get the other girl here in this freaking show on because she is.
Well, there's plenty of guys out there that could be considered sluts too, right?
Well, they're considered to be dogs.
Well, there could be sluts too.
You know what I find it like ironic, or not even ironic? It's like really.
Isn't it ironic?
Really, really like. I don't know, just unfair is that any girl, no matter how ugly you are, no matter how whatever it is, you could go up to a guy and be like, I want to fuck you tonight, and the guy would be like, all right, cool, I'll do it. And a guy does that regardless of what the game plan is at that night, and be like to a girl that's really good looking, be like, yo, fuck it, I want to fuck you tonight, and they get slapped.
Well, that's the thing is like girls, you know, when they go out and they want to have sex, it's just a matter of them picking who they want. You know, it's not like trying to find. It's like, no, it's who should that guy looks like is a good guy. No, but for a guy, it's like they don't have a choice. They're whoever's willing pretty much for that end of the night, they're going with it. You know, it's if they can. They're struggling. It's not. They don't really have a choice.
I don't know, man. I just feel I don't know. There's some good-looking girls out there that know they're good-looking. That even the good-looking guys go out to them. They're like, oh no, I'm not interested.
Well,
like,
no,
it's just fucking stupid.
I'm just saying that if they wanted to,
that's New York for you.
That's
bro.
if they wanted to, they can sleep with pretty much anybody they want. It's just, you know,
that's New York for you.
Anywhere.
That is New York.
It's like Arizona.
Well, let me ask you this, man. If any New York... I see, this is the question I asked before, too, and I didn't get a straight answer or anything like that. I got some other people just saying they're blonde or they're dumb or whatever. What's the difference between an Eastern and a West Coast girl? Like, is the East Coast, like, a lot harder to, like, maintain, but in the West Coast, it's, like, a lot easier to just get around and get aroused by? I don't know.
Well, that's a good question. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of weird. I think people from the West Coast, especially California, are more laid back.
All right, so if they're laid back. New York girls, what are they like?
They're more type. Maybe it could be more type, more demanding, if you will.
You would think like New York girls are more demanding.
I think so. I think that we live a high paced life here in New York. I think it's like work. Have a quick little vacation maybe, and enjoy your weekend as quickly as possible, and then fucking back to work. It's like a lot fat. It's fast paced, you know. California's more laid back, you know. Girls are surfing, you know. They think about, oh, I had, you know, their bad day is their opinion of a bad day is like, damn, there was not big enough waves on the beach, you know. It's like, I don't know. It's just, to me, it seems like it's not as intense as New York. Plus, New York has it's huge cultural. It's just very diverse with different cultures, and it's just everyone's just so uptight, just dealing with a bunch of people they don't understand what the fuck they're talking about. You know?
Yeah. So here's another question for you. Why
are you giving me all these questions?
Because I want to know your point of view. So we were born in the era that we had beepers. We had
that was 1917.
We were in the era that we had beepers. We didn't have social media. We didn't have any of that shit.
Yeah, what was that?
We didn't have any of that.
That was our social media. Beepers, that right? Remember that?
I think our mobile phones were like pay phones.
Where'd you get your beeper? Did you remember beepers right by high school?
No, I remember that. Now it's like a dry cleaner. No, I got mine up in Elmsford. Oh man, it was like $99 a year, like $100 to get like a year's service on a beeper.
Yeah, I remember that. I was so excited when I had my first beeper, and then I was like, wow, they came out with this new beeper. It was like so sophisticated. It wasn't like black and gray. It was like black and green, the screen, and it had weather alerts. I was like, what? Do you know what the weather's going to be like today? Nah, let me check my beeper.
I remember that, like, you used to go there and then go down to the flea market and get a bunch of cases for it. And it was like, you change the colors anytime you want.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was like super sick. But whatever, man.
I had the longer ones, though, because the short ones it wasn't the weather one, but I had the longer one. It was kind of more horizontal ones.
Yeah. You had to, like,
the weather one. Come on. It was the Weather Channel beeper.
That shit was like a brick in your pocket.
Yeah.
I hear you, man. No, I had the little one that absolutely...
With the little clip that would break every once in a while?
No. You would send me... If you left a voicemail, it would send it to me on my beeper. So, like, if you left, like, a voicemail, you're like, yo, man, call me back. Here's my number or whatever. Instead of
yours was more sophisticated.
So, like,
mine didn't even have voicemail.
I could read it. But whatever, man. Like, so now... Here's where I'm getting to this. So we had beepers when we were around. Our mobile phones were our pretty much pay phones that called back. And you remember how they used to check them? Like you used to like call like the operator and be like, hey, can you call me back?
We used to figure out how to not even to put coins in the machine.
Yeah. And we never had social media, so we never posted anything like that. There are people now getting caught for doing one of the biggest dumb shits ever because they put themselves up in social media.
Yeah, big time.
All right, but wait, it gets even easier. So there's a story out there. I can't name names, but this person decided to purchase some drugs and stuff like that. He sends a message through social media because his phone died. Or he didn't have a phone and whatever. The street pharmacist, dumbass that he is, answers back and goes, meet me here. So the kid was like, all right, goes, meets him where he needs to meet, takes a picture. The street pharmacist takes a picture, bro. Puts it on Instagram or whatever because that was like his boy that is like his best customer. The kid ends up getting caught. The kid wasn't giving him up at all. Like the kid never gave him up at all. So the cops searched social media and caught the street pharmacist. Like it's just dumb. It's all to me.
I like how you're politically correct calling him a street pharmacist.
It's a street pharmacist,
that's great.
bro. But I mean, like,
well, that's good that you bring that up because just the other day in Mount Vernon, the Pope was in town in New York City. You know what he posted on his Instagram? He posted himself with a rifle or some gun in his hand, saying something about the Pope. Nothing threatening, but just saying something. The Pope with a handgun or rifle, whatever it was, and he got raided by the Mount Vernon Police and Secret Service or FBI. I mean, like, are you crazy? Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
It's so funny, man.
Why would you do that? I don't understand, like, what's going through your mind.
Listen, I have pictures of myself, like, doing graffiti, doing the most fucking negligent shit out there. And I choose not to put it up on social media just because it's like, yo, bro, I could lose either my job or this could come back. It's just come back to haunt me.
Big Brother's watching. Big Brother's watching and listening. So they're listening to us right now.
It's so Big Brother, funny, man. So I like look at this guy. I'm like literally talking to this dude about this story and everything. I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, like sooner or later detectives are no longer going to be like, they're going to be obsolete. You know that, right? He was like, what do you mean? I'm like, yo, dude. Everybody else is going to post a posting about, oh, we just robbed the bank, kid. Yo, we're making it big, this and that. And we caught the guy.
Well, it's becoming easier for these guys. I mean, you get a bunch of fucking idiots out there. So the detectives are just waiting. All they do is just kind of search for Instagram. They just hashtag drugs.
It's so funny, bro.
Hashtag drugs. Hashtag I just robbed someone.
It's so funny. So the street pharmacist ends up getting caught, and like he's doing time in jail. But like, come on, man. Like, why would you ever post a picture up of your boy that you just sold drugs to? It was like now that kid is tainted. Like you're an idiot. You're an idiot.
Fucking idiot.
It's funny.
So, how many people do you know right now that are sick?
There are sick individuals or sick?
No, just because they just got a cold or something.
Not that many.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just around me, but there's a lot of people I know that are just getting sick all around me.
Well, the weather's changing.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think do you ever take the flu shot?
No.
Yeah, and how often do you get sick?
Not that much.
Maybe once a year, twice, maybe.
No, not even. I would say, if anything, maybe once.
Yeah,
like that,
once a year, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because I started realizing that the majority of people that get sick and quite often a year, and they get pretty sick, they take the flu shot. I just noticed that when I was younger and I was taking a flu shot, I would get sick very often and bad, like really bad.
No, not me, man. I haven't gotten sick.
Yeah, I'm not a believer of the flu shot. I just don't believe it. I don't. You know, you don't even know they give you a vaccine for like 200 flu viruses strains that they think.
But isn't the flu shot giving you the flu?
It is, but what I'm saying is that they give you a vaccine for, let's say, 200 flu strains that they think are going to be in your area, but you may get one of those that aren't even in the vaccine. You'll get sick anyway. So
do you remember back in the day when they used to fumigate Mamaroneck because of like the what's it called?
West Nile virus? Yeah, I saw that.
Remember that the car would pass by and it's like all the fumes.
I didn't see the car. I saw the helicopter.
Oh, dude,
I saw the helicopter.
Shit had me. I was like, oh shit, look, they're fuming for the West Nile, bro.
That's fucked up. That was
a long time ago, bro.
I remember seeing them spray that shit all over the fucking harbor.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I saw that. That was back in the day. Damn, man, we lived in some fucked up places.
What the hell was that?
Sorry, that was my wrist.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize your wrist made noise.
Yeah, man.
Jesus Christ. You're fucking cyborg over here.
I'm all high. I got the selfie stick going.
You got the selfie stick. You got shit wired to your wrist, shit in your ear.
I mean, like, Jesus.
You got fucking, you're like, fucking.
I tell you,
walking fucking computer.
I tell you this, man. If the government needs to find me, they definitely find me in the heartbeat.
Yeah. Location? Oh, he doesn't have a cell phone. Don't worry, he's got 3 other gadgets in his fucking inside of his body. Jesus Christ.
It's all good though, bro.
You got fucking technology everywhere.
No.
You go from having a fucking beeper to fucking technology guru.
Look, cops says Facebook photos led for couples arrested in Ohio bank robbery. I told you.
Look at who they are.
I mean, come on, man. Why would you?
His body, his face and neck is covered in tattoos. Jesus Christ.
Why would it's all good though, bro.
You got fucking technology everywhere. They just don't know. Go from having a fucking beeper to fucking I don't technology guru.
Cops says Facebook photos led for couples arrested in Ohio bank robbery. On Facebook of themselves with wads of cash.
Look at who they are.
I mean, come on, man. Why would you?
His body, his face and neck is covered in tattoos. Jesus Christ.
Why would all good though, bro?
You got fucking technology everywhere. They just don't know. Go from having a fucking beeper to fucking I don't technology guru.
Cops says Facebook photos led for couples arrested in Ohio bank robbery. On Facebook of themselves with wads of cash.
Look at who they are.
I mean, come on, man. Why would you?
His body, his face and neck is covered in tattoos. Jesus Christ.
Why would all good though, bro?
You got fucking technology everywhere. They just don't know. Again, if you guys have just joined the show, this is the Poison Planet Show. Hit us up on Twitter. We're on iTunes.
We are on Skype.
Tincture.
Facebook.
Titcher. We're on Titcher.com, MixLR.com.
The Titcher.
PoisonPlanetShow.com.
Yeah.
What happened to your music? Sounds like it went kind of dead.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
I was kind of liking your music for a little while.
It's all good.
So
man. So Sunday is the rare supermoon eclipse.
I thought it was tomorrow.
Sundays.
I thought it was tonight.
Sunday's rare supermoon eclipse. Yeah. What you need to know. Oh, what do we need to know about the eclipse, J. Poto?
It's just going to be a big-ass moon. It's going to possibly look red for a little while and then go back to a normal-looking moon.
Oh, man. Any like meteor showers after that?
No, but there is, historically, there is a lot of facts that state, well, not facts, but a lot of events that have happened during this kind of moon. Whether it was some kind of tragic event or some kind of changing of a government or some kind of whatever, but it's been historical that every time this kind of moon appears, something happens.
Really?
Yeah, if you get anal bleaching or something, it's just a good time to do it. Good time to do it.
Really? It's a good time to do it?
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Oh my God, bro. Crazy. So if you met the Pope, man, what would you say to him?
Well,
The Pope was like here.
I thank him. I thank him. I would
like,
think,
what would be the one question? Yeah.
Okay. Well, one question.
Yeah.
One
question.
Do you have knowledge of extraterrestrial visits? That's what I would ask him that.
Why?
Because there's information that leads to me to believe that the Vatican has information that they know we've been visited by some kind of intelligent life form. From all their historical information they have in the Vatican, it shows that they have proof that there is visits from extraterrestrials. And they don't want to admit it yet. Even now, the Vatican has admitted that if there is extraterrestrials that arrive to this planet, that they will help them with the Catholic or Christian religion. They will teach them. So they're even admitting it, that there possibly might be extraterrestrial life forms out there. Imagine that. Imagine that.
Really? I don't know, man. I want to know if the Illuminati's still out.
The Illuminati's falling apart. It's falling apart, man. They're doing their best to try to make this world into what they want, but it's falling apart.
What about I would ask him what kind of stuff he did back in the day before, he decided to be
well,
to convert into religion.
I heard, from what I heard, somebody told me that they read an interesting article, I think it was in the New York Times a while ago, that he actually was a pretty mean guy. That he was like a really upset, like disrespectful guy. That.
What do you mean this? Like what?
Like he was just a very just rude individual, just cocky, just rude, and just kind of like mean individual. And I guess he was banned a couple of times in some other places, and he was like looked at negatively. And I think something happened where he decided to change his ways for whatever reason. And he said, you know what? No more of this. I'm just going to turn my whole life around. And when he changed his life around, I guess he started, doing things for other people instead of for himself. And people started recognizing him, and eventually led him to become who he is today.
Really?
Yeah. So he wasn't, a saint. He wasn't a born saint. But I don't think anybody is. I think it just... when you become old and you realize you're getting close to death, you want to just kind of come to peace with people and things. And
I guess,
I don't know.
I guess I don't know. I saw a picture of him with a AC/DC T-shirt, so I want to know if he liked that